Hello, my name is Mikey Shinstein. Now, for a second, imagine yourself as an Iraqi war veteran with two of the military's highest honorable awards, the Purple Hearts. Now, imagine you come back home after dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD and having no help and no support from anyone around you, and end up harming yourself or harming your family. 7 out of 100 service men and women have or experience PTSD, and 40% are more likely to suffer a heart attack, according to Corliss in 2024. Leaving people or vets who have experienced PTSD alone can cause tragedy within family or society. There's been multiple cases where a shooting has occurred within the family or even just out in public with someone who has dealt with PTSD. It's happened a lot. Scars. Now imagine you are the veteran is dealing with PTSD and leaves scars physically and mentally, having issues with healthcare and financial challenges. According to Michael Embrich in 2024, there were multiple reports of veterans experiencing PTSD having issues with healthcare and also struggling financially. Now, in this speech, we're going to go over veterans who experience PTSD and how we can help them. We'll first begin by talking about some problems, what problems come with PTSD. Then we will discuss what causes someone to experience post-traumatic stress disorder. And lastly, and most significantly, solutions of what we can do as a society to help people with PTSD. So now let's begin with the problems. Mental issues are the biggest problem with PTSD and the most common problem. People with PTSD experience depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, and negative moods. We've seen cases where people who have dealt with PTSD end up killing themselves because they can't live with the traumatic experiences they've gone through. Now, a second problem with PTSD is substance abuse, with mainly drugs and alcohol. People come home from from war with PTSD and think that their only problem of solving it is turning to drugs and alcohol, which in every case is not true. It's the biggest thing we don't need them to be doing. Now let's get into some causes and what causes someone to come back from war, even in war, to deal with PTSD. Main reason being exposure to traumatic or in a specific event or a battle. Let's say, someone going into a large fight and having people die around them and seeing their brothers get shot, which leads us to our second cause, watching someone die or watching someone get their limbs taken off or blown up, which is a main cause of PTSD, as well as stress, deployment stress and anxiety. The thought of being killed in war can cause someone to experience PTSD. Now, what are some solutions that we as a society in America can come up with to help people with PTSD? Now, I haven't exactly gotten into all of this, but the main one is therapy, and there are a bunch of different kinds of therapy we can do, or we can help the PTSD, people who are experiencing PTSD go through. There's many, one being CPT or cognitive processing therapy. Another therapy is prolonged exposure or PE. The third therapy is called CBCT or cognitive behavioral conjoint therapy. And the last one being EMDR or eye movement and reprocessing. Most of these therapies haven't exactly gone through and exactly found out what they are about. Second thing we can do is medication, mainly sertraline and ibogaine, which Eduardo Cuevas in 2024 found out that these are the best type of drugs that these veterans with PTSD can take to better their sickness. As well as service dogs. Phaedra Trethan in 2024 found out that service dogs is big in helping people with PTSD. Usually, they're expensive, $70,000 per service dog. But if we as a society find that it's helpful, we can reduce the costs. And also, service dogs need therapy, or need the veteran as much as the veteran needs a dog. So putting them through any type of therapy with the dog can help. So in this speech, we talked about the problems of PTSD, what causes someone to experience PTSD, and some solutions I've come up with to help vets with PTSD. So now, if we take PTSD as serious as we need to, we can help the brave men and women who fight for our freedom every single day deal with PTSD. If we do, we can change families and lives for better and bring down the number of vets who unfortunately kill themselves due to post-traumatic stress disorder. Thank you.